gentle practice with you, focusing on two of the common breathing techniques that beginners can try. Breathing in yoga is a way of manipulating our parasympathetic system to help us achieve calm. So this practice will be suitable for anyone, and particularly people who have fibromyalgia and just finding pains and aches in the body, in which normal yoga classes are just not accessible. So we'll be sharing just a few simple stretches in the beginning, and then sitting up for our pranayama practice, our breathing practice. So you will need a cushion or something to sit up high so that your hips are slightly elevated than your knees. And allow your pelvis to tilt forward and lift your spine up. If you find that sitting cross-legged is not comfortable at all for your hips or your knees, you're welcome to keep your legs straight in front of you. And just make sure that your knees are also supported behind your knees so that you can maintain a nice straight spine without causing too much pain around the back of your knees. So sitting in your comfortable position with your legs straight or crossed, let's just take a moment to set an intention before we practice. So bring your spine upright, allow the pubic bone to tilt down towards the mat, lengthen through the crown of your head, and just take a few deep breaths here. Notice if the front part of your body is able to expand fully, the sides, as well as the back, your upper back. Finding your spine in a neutral space, in a neutral alignment, is a key to take full, deep breaths. So just feel that expansion across the front, sides, and the back of your body as you inhale. And as you exhale, settling down into your sit bones, release unnecessary tension on the top of your thighs or your shoulders. Notice how your belly gently expands as well as you breathe. And just taking two more of this conscious breathing, notice if there's any tension as you breathe. And if there are, make adjustments to the position or the alignment of your body. And bring your hands to prayer. Setting an intention for this simple practice, for your pranayama practice. An intention to look after the wellness of your body and your mind through yoga. Perhaps an intention to tell yourself that everything will be okay as long as you look after the wellness of your body and mind. And slowly open your eyes. Remove your foam or your cushion behind you and come up to hands and knees on the mat. Wrist under your shoulders, knees below your hips, keeping your knees hip width apart. Spreading your fingers wide and just notice how you bear weight across your palms. Using the arches of the palms, creating a little suction cup in the center of your palm. And going into a gentle rotation of your hips. So we're doing clockwise direction, circling the hips clockwise. So as you inhale, slowly shift your weight forward. As you exhale, draw your hips back. So imagine that there's a pin around your hips and it's drawing a circle clockwise on your mat. You're welcome to close your eyes here. If you find that there's strain on the top of your wrist, you're also welcome to bring your wrist a little bit further away from your shoulders, so further forward. Closing your eyes and just allow the hips to move, allow the shoulders to move, the spine to move. Noticing the actions of your spine, the spiraling actions, the side bending actions. The rounding and extending actions. Remember to move with your breath. So inhale, shifting your weight forward, and as you exhale, drawing your hips back. I'm going to draw the circle on the other direction. So this time, bring your hips to the front, drawing the opposite direction. And then as you exhale and draw your hips back on the left, exhale. So anti-clockwise direction, drawing circles with your hip on the floor, moving with your breath. Allow the elbows to soften, the shoulders to soften, hips soften. Let the spine flow. And you're welcome to go as slow as you wish. And really try and feel the sensations around your spine. Shoulders. Maybe soften your neck a little bit more. One more round. And come back to center. This time bring your wrist a little bit under your shoulders, keeping the knees hip width apart. Inhale, taking your right arm out to the side. Exhale, thread your arm under the left and lower your shoulder towards the floor. Inhale, push your left hand down, lift your right arm out to the side. Exhale, thread your arm under, twist. Inhale, extend your right arm. Exhale, twist. Inhale. You're welcome to gaze at your hand. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, come back up to tabletop position. This time extending your left arm out to the side. You can gaze at your hand. Inhale. And exhale, thread your arm under the right, going into a twist. Inhale, push down and extend your arm. Exhale, thread your arm under. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Your shoulder doesn't have to go all the way down to the mat if that feels better for you. Just allowing some rotational movement around your ribs so that you can free up some of the tension there, so that we can practice our pranayama, our breathing, a little bit more effectively. Exhale, thread. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale, come back to tabletop position. Going into our cat-cow stretch. So inhale, lift your sternum up, dip your belly down, lift your sit bone up towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulders back and away from your ears. Contracting your back muscles. Exhale, draw the belly in, push down into the floor, stretching the back. As you draw the belly in, inhale, concave back. Exhale, round. Inhale. Again, move with your breath. Exhale, going as slowly as you wish. And keep going, tuning into the sensations of your body. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral tabletop position. Tuck your toes under at the back. And then sit back down to your heel. So if you find that this is too much for your knees, too intense for your knees, you're welcome to place something under your hips. So you're sitting up on a cushion or on your bolster or your blankets, and just sitting up here for a few moments. You can place your hands lightly on top of your thighs and taking a few deep breaths here. Keep your spine upright. With each inhalation, lengthen through the crown of your head. As you exhale, gently sinking the hips, loosening, letting go. Again, notice how your belly gently expands. And as you exhale, allow the hips to be heavy. And then slowly open your eyes. Come onto your mat, and this time setting up for our pranayama, for our breathing. So here you're welcome to practice lying down on the mat. So if you want to lie down to practice, which I would suggest if you are practicing for the first time, it will be easier to sense and to also to breathe and expand fully. So if you want to practice lying down, you can support your head, your neck with something, and keep your knees slightly bent in a comfortable angle, comfortable width. And then you can practice with or without your hands on your belly. Now, this is option 1. You're also welcome to practice sitting up on your bolster or on your cushion. So if you are, for demonstrating purposes, I'm going to sit up on my bolster. So if you want to practice sitting up, make sure again you've got something underneath your hips so that your hips are elevated higher than your knees. You're welcome again to keep your legs crossed or straight in front of you. We're going to practice the first breathing technique, which is called vrtti Pranayama. Sama means equal. So that means the three processes of breathing: inhalation, retention, exhalation. These three remain the same count. For beginners who are not used to breath retention, please don't force yourself to hold your breath after your inhale. If you find that it's causing you strain and it's actually irritating your nervous system, rather leave out the breath holding. We can gradually work towards the holding, obviously, but if you're a beginner at this breathing technique, rather do it without. We're going to practice for the count to the count of 4, okay, without the holding, and then I'm going to include the holding. So you're going to have to tune into how you're feeling as you breathe and adjust your breathing technique to suit yourself and suit your current nervous system state. So sitting up tall, keep your eyes closed. And again, if you are lying down on the mat, you're welcome to lie down on the mat and practice. With your hands, you can keep your hands in Gya Mudra, which is touching the tip of your thumb and your index finger. You're also welcome to just keep it flat on your knees. But I prefer holding this mudra, either keeping the palms down or up. So with the palms up, it's a sense of opening to receive. With the palms down, it's more a reflective, a sensation of turning within. So keeping the eyes gently closed, focus on your normal breathing. Notice how you're breathing. How deep is your breath? The pace, the rhythm. And we'll begin by inhaling to the count of 4. Exhaling to the count of 4. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. You're welcome to curl your tongue up to touch the top palate, if that feels good for you. Keep going with this rhythm of your breath. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. Going as slow, as deeply as you wish, without causing any strain on your neck. And just become aware of the sensations of your breath inside your body. Notice where your body is expanding as you inhale. Notice where your body is softening as you exhale. Now, if you're comfortable staying here, you can continue staying without holding the breath after your inhalation. If you would like to progress and try it out, you can try including the retention after your inhalation for 4 counts. So inhaling to the count of 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4. Inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4. And continue practicing. If you find that the holding is causing any irritation, rather leave it for now and come back to it another time. Otherwise, practice with the holding, making sure that your paces are even. Observe that slight pause at the end of your exhalation. Completing your last round, Visama, vrtti, Pranayama. Return to your easy and normal breathing. The next breathing technique, we're going to do Visama, vrtti, Pranayama. So that is to introduce irregulation in our breathing pattern. So our inhalation, holding, exhalation will be at different counts. Just try one breathing technique each time you practice. Don't put in all the breathing technique together, and then that will actually disrupt and irritate your nervous system. So don't try to do too much breathing technique at one time. You're welcome to do this at another time. Alright, so I'm just showing you so that you can practice at your own time. Now, Visama, vrtti, what's being put out there on social media is a lot of people are practicing inhaling for 4, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. And this holding for 7 part might be quite strenuous for people who are new to this breathing technique. So what I would suggest is to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. And you can gradually increase your holding. In our previous practice, if you have already begun your holding in the equal portion breathing, then try out with this Visama vrtti Pranayama. So what you can do is to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and gradually building up to holding for 7 and exhaling for 8. But for today's practice, let's just stick with 4, 4, 8. Alright, so either sitting up or lying down on your yoga mat. Keeping your spine upright. Finding a place where you can be at the maximum height of your spine, maximum length. And finding a place where you can expand fully all the way around your ribs. Holding your finger in either the Gyan Mudra or just keeping them flat on your knees. You can bring your tongue to lightly touch the top palate and just rest it behind your top tooth, the top row of your tooth. Making sure there's no tension inside your mouth, around your neck or your jaws. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 8. Observe that slight pause, and then inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 8. Continue with this breathing pattern. Observe that slight pause at the end of your exhalation. Just making sure that your paces are even. Practicing the last round of your Visama vrtti Pranayama. Keeping your eyes closed. You're welcome to follow your breathing practice with Shavasana, so just lying down on the mat, or with a short meditation. Just noticing your mind, the thoughts, without judgment. And you can slowly open your eyes. Remember that in the breathing practices, it's best to practice for about 5 to 10 minutes each time, but always follow your pranayama, your breathing practice, by a short meditation or a shavasana. I hope you have enjoyed this practice and wishing you all the best, your health, all the best in your career and your daily living.